Hello and welcome to another episode of the Portrait Profits Show. I am so glad that you're here with me today. My name is Jim Landers, and my mission is simple. I help portrait photographers like you make a great income doing what they love. Each week on the Portrait Profit Show, you get tips and systems on the business side of photography designed to help you gain a mastery over marketing and sales, reducing the struggles that most photographers face, so that you can finally get what you deserve. You're in the right place. Welcome to the Portrait Profit Show. The Portrait Profit Show is brought to you by Digital Pro Lab and Landers Photography School. Digitalprolab.com. Go to digitalprolab.com to see everything that Amanda has and her group have at Digital Pro Lab, digitalprolab.com. And for classes, that's where you go for me, landersphotoschool.com, landersphotoschool.com. Man, thank you guys for being here. We have a really interesting topic today that I believe is going to be helpful to a lot of you. And I'm not going to go into it just yet, but the title is Making Your Clients Feel Like a Rock Star. But before we get into that, I want to encourage you to share. Let other people know about this show, because if we can uplift the entire photography community, then the things that you do become normal. The prices you charge become normal. They don't become outrageous compared to the new guys or those who just started within the past year or two. They become an amount that is sustainable for you to actually make a living in photography and do quite well. So you see something going across the screen right now, and it says grant StreamYard permission. This is the tool that we use, the platform that we use to be able to simulcast this show to 8 different places at the same time. 5 are Facebook groups, 2 are YouTube channels, and 1 is a LinkedIn page. And so when you click on this link that's going across the screen, but it's also at the bottom of the post. It's the last thing on the post. So you have to click that add more or the more button. But StreamYard.com/Facebook. And that causes those who are on Facebook to be able to be seen by me. I can't see your name unless you do this. Now, if you want to remain anonymous, don't do it. But I am encouraging you to comment, to make comments, to ask questions, and to hit that like button or hit that love button. I can see some of you have already done that already. Thank you so much for doing that. Also hit that. I want you to enter into the comments #live, #live. It tells me that you're watching right now. If you're not watching right now, you're watching this as the replay, then I'd like for you to enter in the comments hashtag replay. That helps me know when something was watched, and it helps me know who was participating. So thank you guys for doing that. Maybe a few shout outs before I move into uh, the uh, the material. I see, hey, Stacia and Juan, good to see you. Hey, Lid, glad you're here, and Robin, and uh, it looks like several Facebook users. I'm grateful that every single one of you are here. Thank you for being here, and I hope you get a lot out of what I'm going to be sharing with you today. It's a lot of fun stuff, at least I think so. So, if you'd like to spend a little bit of time with me going over the things that we talk about during the show, then write down this web address: calendly.com/photo school/30min. This is my calendar, and you can put yourself on it for a free private session. And so this is where you see it. I occasionally will post it on social media, but this generally is where you see it. And I don't even share it every single time. But it's because my calendar fills up when I do, and that's great. So take advantage of it. Calendly.com/photo school/30min to get on my calendar for a free 30-minute private session to talk about your business. All right. Do me a favor and click on the share at the bottom of the post. So you know how it says where you can like it, where you can comment, which I want you to use, but there's also that share button. Click on that share button for me. Let other people know about this. And if it's someone in particular, make a comment with the @ symbol and their name, and it will give them a direct message saying that the show is going on right now. So click that share button and share the Portrait Profit Show. This is good stuff. At least I hope you feel that way. All right. So again, today we're talking about making your clients feel like a rock star. And I've got several things to talk about, to share with you. So get out your notepads, your pens, and keep up with this. This one's probably mostly easier to keep up with some of the others that I've written. Of course, if you're driving, then don't pick up your pen and notepad. You guys know that. So I want to start by saying, hello, rock star portrait photographers. Don't we all crave genuine appreciation and adoration? Of course. Today, we're going to be talking about making you irresistible to your clients because of how you make them feel. You'll be discovering how to make your clients feel like a rock star and boost your business success with this presentation today. You're going to be learning practical steps, systems for delivering exceptional service and personalized attention that will set you apart from your competition and keep your clients coming back for more. I want you to imagine your clients walking away from every interaction with you or your business feeling like they just had the VIP experience. What if every interaction with your business made them feel like they were the most important person in the world? What if they felt like they were treated like a rock star? The truth is, making your clients feel like a rock star is not just a feel good strategy. It's a proven way to build loyalty, increase retention, and boost your income. Cool side effect. Makes you happier too. Delivering exceptional service and personalized attention is not just a luxury. For us low volume portrait photographers, it's a necessity. In this presentation, I'll share with you some practical tips, some systems, and some action items that will help you make your clients feel like a rock star. You'll learn how to deliver a memorable client experience that will set you apart from your competition and keep your clients coming back for more. So get ready to take your client appreciation efforts to the next level. and make your business shine. But before I get into that, I want to make a request of you. Portrait Profits friends, as you know, Amanda from Digital Pro Lab and I deliver the Portrait Profits show to you every single Monday. That's 50 plus times per year, even on holidays, for free. We don't read off ads from ZipRecruiter or Indeed. There's no video commercial from Netflix. All the time and expenses are funded from our own pockets. You get each Portrait Profit show researched, written, edited, and produced and presented to you for free. But as the old adage goes, there's no free lunch. There is a price to pay. And here it is. I simply want you to share the Portrait Profit show. Share it with others. Talk to people about it, but click that share button at the bottom of the post. Let other people know that this is going on, because when we lift each other up, our entire industry is elevated. Now, we're talking today about making your clients feel like a rock star, giving them a VIP experience, but let's start at the beginning by describing your ideal client. Assuming that you truly want your clients to feel like rock stars, you must first have a clear understanding of who your ideal client is. If you've been following the Portrait Profit show, you've heard me say this multiple times in multiple different ways. And the reason why I keep mentioning it is because I visit with so many photographers between each show that they're supposed to know that to have an ideal client. They know that they're supposed to have this this version of who is ideal written out. They realize this. They know it. It's not like I'm telling them for the first time. Now, obviously, there might be a first time with each person I talk to, but so many of them have not taken the time to write it down, and they just simply don't know yet who their ideal client is. Identifying your ideal client involves considering characteristics, values, and interests that they have so that you attract people with those interests, those temperaments, that level of kindness. So you wind up with clients you enjoy working with, clients who energize you. If you're working with people who drain your energy, then I'm telling you, you've got to narrow your focus. When you work only with clients who align with your expertise and values, both your world and theirs run so much smoother. I understand the philosophy of those who say that you should accommodate everyone, that you should say yes to everything that comes along. But if you are an artist, an independent artist, that's not good advice, because your art will not inspire everyone. There are people you don't even want to attract. If you're forced to work with everyone who comes along, by the way, those who are doing it don't feel forced, they feel happy to do that. But if you're an artist and you're working with people who every once in a while you come across people you don't enjoy working with, that's on you, not them. If you're forced, in whatever sense of the word you can relate to work with anyone who comes along, even if you don't like them and they drain you of your creative energy, then why not eliminate the risk of being in business and go find a retail job? Because you can find lots of people who drain your energy in that environment. By defining your ideal client, you're able to focus your efforts and tailor your services, your messaging, and your marketing strategies to resonate with those with the needs and preferences of the people you want to work with, increasing the likelihood of attracting and retaining those clients who inspire and energize you. Once you have identified your ideal client, you can implement strategies to attract them and to maintain their attention. This involves refining your branding and messaging to align with their interests, leveraging targeted marketing channels, engaging with them on platforms that they frequent, and consistently providing exceptional service and value that caters to them. Ultimately, understanding your ideal client allows you to foster stronger connections, deliver personalized experiences, and build long lasting relationships with clients that not only appreciate your work, but also contribute to your fulfillment and success. By the way, if you'd like to spend some more time with this subject, about identifying or defining your ideal client, then I want you to refer or review back to show number 105 that was this past year, just so a couple months ago, February 20th, 2023. And so that whole lesson was about identifying your ideal client. By the way, if this is resonating with you today, will you do me a favor and just write yes over in the comments? If you're hearing this and thinking, yeah, that sounds good, or I agree with that, just write yes. You can write whatever you want, but just a simple yes would make me happy. What would make me even happier is, man, you're great. This is fantastic. Oh my gosh, no one's ever said that better than you. Yeah, but I don't expect that. A simple yes will do. Thank you. So next, I want you to define how you want to be perceived. Now, you've probably had a lesson like this in school where you wrote your own obituary, how you want to be perceived when you die. Yeah, that's a good assignment. It's a really good assignment. I want you to write down how you want to be perceived right now. So, um, uh, you want your clients to feel appreciated and adored. So, to create great relationships with your clients, start with defining how you want your ideal client to see you. That way, you can align your actions with the perception you want them to have of you. Behind every strong small business is a strategy that promotes client loyalty, making them feel wanted so they only think of you in the context of how you want them to perceive you. So, how do you want them to perceive you as a photographer? How do you want them to perceive you as a friend? So, let's talk about photographer first. Do you want to be perceived as professional, an expert, about reliable, generous, happy, friendly, kind, thoughtful, focused, accountable, someone with a do whatever it takes attitude? Do you want them to see you as the best of the best, or just a good guy who does photography too, like a lot of other people? No, you've got a very specific way you want to be perceived. Get specific with this. If they were to write a review, what things would you like for them to say about you? A great photographer that made a real effort to portray us and our love. How's that sound? A great photographer that made an effort, a real effort to portray us and our love. That sounds good. How about this one? He showed up on time, but there were so many other photographers there, we didn't know which one was ours. That doesn't sound good at all. But they said you were a good photographer. That means you didn't do your planning and you showed up in a place where everybody goes. Probably after they told you they want something different and you perceive that as you. Come on, guys. The thing that makes you different is your ability to plan, visit with them. If you're going to portray something, you have to know the something. You can't just show up at 9:30 after a quick phone call and show up at 9:30 on a beautiful Saturday morning, having never visited with them in person before. Now, if they're from out of town, okay, I'll give you a little leeway. But visiting with someone in person is the best way to plan. And the best place, wherever that portrait is going to be displayed. So if you're doing headshots, then do it via a Zoom call. Yeah. If you're doing a family portrait and it's going up in the entryway of their home, there's where your meeting is. That way you can see the place where it's going to be displayed. You know whether it's a horizontal or vertical based on its location. You also know what size it's supposed to be. You know if it's going to look better on metal, on canvas, or traditional printing. You know what frame is supposed to go on it, if one's supposed to be on it at all. You know because you're in the place where it's going to be displayed. That way you're the pro. If all you do is show up at 9:30 on a beautiful Saturday morning, couldn't the neighbor have done that? You've got to be better than the neighbor. The neighbor can also deliver just digital files. You have to be better than what the neighbor can do. You may think, well, I'm better. My qualities are better. From the client's point of view, a photographer is a photographer is a photographer, unless they've had a bad experience. You've got to go beyond that, in my opinion. When you define how you want to be perceived, you will make choices and take actions that are likely to cause you to get what you want, both in your clients and in your life. Now, I mentioned two things. I said as a photographer, we just talked about that one, but what about as a friend? Many of us low volume portrait photographers become friends with our clients. Tell me in the comments, do you become friends with your clients? I don't mean that you're going out with them once a month and inviting them to the lake or on the next vacation. No, I mean, do you feel like you're friends with this person, that you can talk to them, that they can talk to you, that if they ask for help, that if it was within your power, you would do it? Do you become friends to some degree, even just how you feel about them and how they feel about you with your clients? If so, tell me in the comments. You can just write friends. As a friend, you're doing the same thing. You're defining the values that you want. You're doing the same thing that you did as a photographer. You're defining those values that you want, but this time you're defining the values that you want in an ideal friend. Then be that ideal friend that you just described and apply those principles to your interactions with clients. All right. You guys feeling this? Is it making sense? Tell me in the comments. I want to know you're here. By the way, if you're just joining us, please enter in hashtag live. Let me know that you're watching with us. I like that interaction. And also, you've got the ability to press that like button or press that love button. I like it when you do that. Help me out. Just a simple like. That tells me you're here. In addition to that, hitting that hashtag live in the comments, both of those things tell me you're here. But hit that like button, hit that love button. If I say something funny, well, hit that button. If I say something you don't like, hey, there's the angry button too. Tell me how you feel with emojis and in the comments section. All right. Next thing I want you to do or think about is things that you do when you're with a client. Now, I think that these things are pretty obvious. And you may feel they're obvious too. But let's find out. Just because something obvious is that's just because I feel that something is obvious, I have found is not a good reason not to talk about it. I might see it in a slightly different way, and you may be able to glean something out of it. So when you're with them, start with a warm welcome. Now, obvious, right? Greet your clients with a smile. Make them feel welcome and comfortable with your presence. Address them by their name. Use their name. And maintain eye contact. Next thing I want you to do is listen intently. Sounds obvious, right? Be an active listener. Don't be anticipating what they're going to say next necessarily, maybe to some degree, but don't be thinking about what you're going to say next. because you're going to miss something they're saying. Just listen. Listen says, I care. Preparing what you're going to say next says, I care more about what I'm going to say next. Listen. Just listen. Be a good listener, an active listener. And if you are like me and you don't remember everything, take notes. Pay attention to the obvious things like their needs, their wants, their concerns. Yeah, of course. But also pay attention to their dreams, their plans, the things that make them proud. You may think, why would they be saying that? If you're going to portray them, how can you go in not knowing those things? You're going to ask, assuming you care, and you do, or you wouldn't be here watching this particular episode of the Portrait Profit Show about making your clients feel like rock stars. So I know you care. You love your clients. All right. The next is I want you to, of course, communicate effectively. Use language that you feel confident that they're going to understand easily. And avoid the majority of the technical jargon. Now, there may be some things in there you just need to use. That's fine, as long as you're consciously thinking about it. But you know, don't assume, of course, that they know what you're talking about. So even if you do want to use that, explain it, the technical jargon. I want you to be transparent and honest and upfront about your services and your fees. Don't let them discover at the time when they're looking at the photographs what your prices are. At least give them a ballpark. Yeah, I'm aware that you don't necessarily know everything they're going to purchase from you before you've gone through that session where you're showing your images. But you can at least get a ballpark because you're planning, you're talking to them, you're finding out what it is that they want. And with that information, you can give a pretty good ballpark. It still might be a little wide ranging, but at least give them something, a low end, a high end of what you feel they're going to be purchasing from you. Always keep your clients about any updates, about any changes that are going on. If things are going to take just a little bit longer, let them know. Your clients are going to be understanding, unless they have a deadline that they have to have it by. Maybe they won't be understanding then, but they are understanding. They love you. You've done a good job of creating a great relationship. And of course, show empathy and understanding and try to put yourself in their shoes. Now, you know a lot about them at this point because you've planned, because you've visited with them, because you're becoming friends with them. So I want you to provide personalized solutions to what it is they're saying. Tailor your services to their specific needs, to their preferences, and offer customized solutions and recommendations that are aligned with their goals and values. And then this is the last one of the in-person one. I want you to show your appreciation and your gratitude. Now, you do that throughout, whether you're in person or not, but while you're there with them, acknowledge your client's loyalty, their support, and express your gratitude in meaningful ways. Tell them that you appreciate them. Tell them that you have enjoyed working with them. You've enjoyed talking with them. You've enjoyed becoming part of their world. Let them know. People appreciate being appreciated. Now, we've talked about a handful of things when they are around, and there's a lot more things that you could do. Those are some general ones. You come up with your own. You're creative. I know you can. So the next one is thinking about the things that you could do when they're not around. And there's a lot of them. This is likely the part that you thought this lesson today about making your clients feel like a rock star was all about. Perfect. I have several things that I'm going to share with you. But before I do, I want to say that if you can find a way to automate some of these things that I'm going to be sharing with you, uh, this is going to help you make them feel more like a rock star, because there's a lot of things to do and it's hard to keep up with them all. So if you can find a way, and we're going to talk about a couple of ways to automate them, but if you can find a way to automate some of these things, it's beneficial. You should do that in order to better support those efforts and enhance the overall client experience, as well as helping you to remember to do the things that you find important and you want to do to make your clients feel like a rock star. Now, I'll give you an example here in a second. Needed that. For example, you could automate certain aspects of your client feedback system, such as using online surveys or feedback forms to collect data and track client satisfaction. You could also use an automated email campaign to stay in touch with clients and provide them with timely, relevant information. Let me talk about a handful of client relationship management programs, or CRMs. By the way, most people call them customer relationship management programs. I call them clients because client relationship management, because I call my clients. I don't say it to them necessarily, but I call them clients. I think of a customer as someone who's just going into a store. And they could be anonymous and buy what they want and never interact with the owner at all. And so I consider that to be customer. I do find, and you may think I'm a little bit too heavy on this side, but I think vocabulary is very important when you're communicating with your clients. If you use proper language, formal language about the work that you do, that's one more way to stand apart from your competition. So I don't call the thing that I do a shoot. That's not what I do. I have a photography session. I create beautiful images. Shooting, in the sense of photography, is something that an amateur can do, something that the neighbor can do. And my philosophy, as you know, is we have to do more than what the neighbor can do. So if the neighbor is going to call it a photo shoot, I'm not going to. That's just me. It's one of what my wife calls Jimisms. She actually hasn't said that in a while, but you know, and she knows what I mean. So, a client relationship management program, a CRM. I am highly recommending that you choose one, and I'm going to give you a couple of ones to look at. So, a CRM system can help you. Let me put that up on the screen. There we go. A CRM system can help you automate and streamline your client interactions, your data management, and this allows you to provide more customized, personalized service and support for your clients. By using technology to support your client appreciation efforts, you can save time, you can reduce errors, you can provide a more consistent and efficient experience for your clients. So I'm going to give you at least three different CRMs that are suitable for low volume portrait photographers. And in no particular order, because these are just like tools at a tool store. You need to take time to look through them, to play with them, to figure out which one is best for you. People often ask, what is the best fill in the blank? What's the best camera? What's the best lens? What's the best CRM program? They're all the best to different people. You just have to define what it is you want first, and then start looking at the CRM programs. Don't do it the other way around. Don't just start looking at them, because then you'll go for the one that's the prettiest and lowest cost. I understand budget. However, if you're spending money on something that is not helping you, that's causing you frustration, it doesn't matter how low the cost is, it's not worth it. You'd agree with that, right? Of course. All right. So if you use a CRM program right now, you're already using one, will you let me know in the comments which one you use? It does just if you know the address for it, great. If you can tag it, great. But let others know what you use if you're willing to share. As I go over a handful of them. So the first I want to mention is Dubsado. And again, this is in no particular order. Dubsado offers features such as lead capture, client management, contract and invoice creation, signed client agreements, and workflow automation, amongst a lot of other things. Dubsado offers a user-friendly interface and customizable templates, making it easy to create a professional and cohesive client experience. And it starts at about $35 a month and goes up from there based on what you need, just like every software program out there. The next I want to mention is HoneyBook. And and this is a popular one with boutique type photographers, and pretty much every low volume photographer enjoys this one too, that's using it. HoneyBook offers a range of features, including lead capture, client management, contract and invoice creation, and project management. HoneyBook has also a mobile app, and I don't think most of the others do. Um, uh, so the mobile app is just making it easy to manage your business on the go, but make sure that it's iPhone if you need iPhone, if it's Android, if you need Android. So, make sure whatever program, whichever CRM program you have, if you need it to be on your phone, obviously you can just use a browser on your phone, but a lot of us like to use just a web app for certain things. So make sure that whatever CRM program you have, if you want it to be able to, if you want to be able to use it on your phone, is ideal for your phone. Because as I research things like this, I do find some that don't exist on every phone type. It's just on iPhone or it's just on Android. And so obviously you want to make sure that's something that you check off the list as you're looking and choosing what CRM program you want. The next one I want to mention to you is Tave. Now, I do not know that I'm saying that name right, but let's just say that I am. Tave is a comprehensive CRM system designed specifically for photographers. Now, some find that it does not have everything that they need in it, but same thing with HoneyBook, same thing with Dubsado, because it's a tool at a tool store. You're taking the tool off the shelf that fits what you need the most. And so if Tave is it, then great. Perfect. It includes features such as lead capture, client management, contract and invoice creation, and workflow automation. And Tave also offers integrations with popular photography software like ShootProof and PixieSet. So if you're using those already, ShootProof and PixieSet, then there's an advantage to using Tave. It starts at only $21 a month. HoneyBook starts at only $19 a month. These are really low, especially considering when I started using CRM programs, they were a lot more than that. In fact, the one I use is well over $300 a month, and I'm not going to recommend it. It's overkill. It's not specifically made for photographers. Some others that you might want to consider are Workflow, Sprout Studio, Pixify. So, look into these different ones. So I mentioned Tave already, and the three that I just mentioned are Workflow, Sprout Studio, and Pixify. By the way, Workflow is, I think all of these three were written by photographers and, who just created something that they needed for their own business so that it worked for them and what they were trying to accomplish. All right. So if you'd like some more information about that particular subject, we did a show on this a while back, and that show was number 48 on January 17th, 2022, and that the title of that one was Studio Management Software. So just go back and do a search and find that one, and you can watch more about that particular subject. All right, so uh, if this is if you're getting something out of this, if you're thinking that this is pretty good, if this is helping you today, will you do me a favor and tell me in the comment section? Just let me know if this is helping you out today. Just say this helps, or thank you, or I appreciate this. This is going to make a difference in my business. Say something in the comment section, and you don't have to just comment once. Comment 15 times if you feel like it. All right, don't go overboard. That would be ridiculous. But anytime you feel the urge, the need, the just feel like it, comment in the comment section. Let me know. Tell me that this is helping you. All right. Let's see. next thing I want you to consider. Now, this is a list of things that I want you to consider, that I want you to do, that I want you to expand on for yourself, to customize it, to make it ideal for what you're trying to accomplish. And the next is once you have the CRM program, these notes that you created while you were talking with them, I want you to put them somewhere. Well, your CRM program is the place to put them. Uh, you wrote down important things that you want to remember. Now give yourself a better chance to remember by adding your notes to your database and automate appropriate responses. What does that mean? If you've been doing it all along for a while or just started, you know exactly what it means. However, if you haven't done some type of automation, that doesn't really make sense. So I'm going to give you an example. Let's say that as you're talking to your client, they tell you they're going to be going to Egypt for 2 weeks at the first week of June. You know when they are going. They just told you. So write an email that says, "I hope you have a great time." Do a selfie in front of the Sphinx while you're there and send it to me. I'd love to see it. And then set it to go out to them 3 days before they leave. Yes, write that email ahead of time. You could do this in your CRM program, but a lot of people have email programs where they can do it there as well. But there are so many different types of software programs that having some all in one really helps, especially because you're having to pay for all those subscriptions if you have a bunch of them. So if you can do your email in your CRM program, then that keeps all the emails, all the communications that you do with them in one place. You can go to one place to see Joe Smith's your interactions with Joe Smith, all in one, all the emails you sent out, all the social media posts, everything. If you have a CRM program that allows for that, of course. Now, you also know when they're going to return because they said at the beginning of June and for 2 weeks. So write another email set for 2 days after they return saying, "I hope you had a terrific time." This is something that you're going to forget to do most likely if you have a normal person's memory, but you also are busy. You've got things going on. So set it and forget it. Wonder where that came from. All right. That is the action step, is to write it ahead of time. But using your CRM program, I think, is the best way to do that. And that way you can track and manage your data and your client interactions. All right. The next one is the same thing as doing it's the same words as doing it in person, but it's different actions, and that's showing appreciation and showing gratitude. So send them personalized. Here's one of many examples. Send them personalized thank you notes or organize special events or promotions for top clients. So, personalized thank you notes. You are a creative. You can create personalized thank you notes or just note cards that can be used for multiple purposes. You can order them through digitalprolab.com, where you've got the ability to create something that goes on the front, maybe leave the interior empty where you can write it and maybe put something on the back. So it's just folded. You have your beautiful image, something that you're proud of, your branding, and not just the brand, but maybe it could be just the brand, but your logo, the slogan, whatever it could be that. But I'm thinking some image that you're proud of that you've created within the past year, and your logo on it, and then the interior with nothing in it, so that you can write what you want to say inside, and then on the back maybe have your logo there, your address, that your contact information. Customized thank you cards. How many other photographers are doing that? Very few. How many of your clients are receiving notes in the mail from any business that they work with? Very few. When's the last time you remember getting a thank you note? How did it make you feel? Our goal is to make our clients feel like rock stars. you're taking the time to write a note. You may as well use your creative talents and create your own customized note card and order those digital press services through digitalprolab.com. All right. Action steps. You could create an entire client appreciation program. Now, I could spend the entire session talking about that alone, so I'm just mentioning that this is something you can do. But one of the things you can do as part of it is design personalized note cards that reflect your branding for your thank you notes or other handwritten messages, and use them to maybe invite a small number of them to participate in a special project. You could have exclusive content that's available to them, or maybe some other type of promotion that you handwrite. Maybe you create an exclusive photography event where you only are able to bring 4 of your clients along to this cool location that you found, making them feel special. Obviously, this is something of a VIP experience where you offer exclusive access to limited edition products. Maybe a friend of yours creates something, and you're going to buy 5 of them and use them for a product for a project you're working on, and so therefore it's a very limited number, and you're just calling, you're just sending them a handwritten message, you're just emailing just a handful of people who you know are most likely to participate, making them feel special. It's not available to everyone. You might consider segmenting your group. Maybe you invite another example. Maybe you invite your top 5 clients for the year, every year, to a dinner, an appreciation dinner. Provide client VIP experiences, but you're a creative, so open your mind to this. Make a list of different things that you could do, and it's fine to include outrageous things. For instance, on my wedding, I don't do weddings, haven't done them in years. I did do weddings. I photographed just over 300 weddings over the years. However, so from 1983 to 2016, I actually really stopped in 2013, but I had a handful that were still on the books all the way up until 2016. But uh, one of the things on my price list, and I just had one price. I had line item veto where they could choose what they wanted, though. One of the things on the list was totally outrageous. It was dinner for 15 at the Dominion Country Club, and they could have the filet mignon, or order whatever they want. That was just what was on the description. So up to 15 people could come to that and watch the premiere showing of their images. Yeah, outrageous. But it was on the list of things that was included in the package. So cool deal. I want you to consider something else. I want you to celebrate every success. I want you to seek out the things that they are proud of. Big and small, it doesn't matter if it's a big thing, a small thing. Yes, even the small things, I want you to celebrate. You want to celebrate your client's successes and give them personalized recognition. You want to regularly reach out to your clients through phone calls, personalized emails, social media messages, and congratulate them on their accomplishments, on their kids' accomplishments. Here's an action step. I want you to set up a system to track your clients' achievements, their milestones, awards, the positive feedback that you give them for these successes. It could be as simple as every time you come across something that you add it to your CRM, client relationship management software program, and set automations for emails or social media posts mentioning them and their achievements and expressing your pride in their accomplishments. Doesn't it make you feel good when someone says, good job, or wow, I heard about that? That's impressive. You're doing that for your clients. So, can you imagine the things that I've mentioned so far, helping your clients to make them feel more proud and get excited? If you're excited by any of this stuff, will you do me a favor? Just write yes in the comments. Just write yes, or I'm excited, or this is good. I can use this. Write something in the comments. Just let me know what you feel about what I've talked about so far. Next, I want you to deliver exceptional service. Now, we're talking about the things you do behind the scenes. Isn't that something you do in person? Is it? Everything you're doing about delivering exceptional service is done behind the scenes and in front of them, but it starts behind the scenes. I want you to plan purposefully, plan to exceed your clients' expectations by providing not only the exceptional service and quality they expect because you've told them that they can expect it, but also anticipate their needs, respond promptly to their inquiries, and use CRM to help you with that. Use AI to help you with that. And go the extra mile to ensure that they are not satisfied, that they are thrilled. You guys, if you've been following me for a while, know that I have a thrilled guarantee. I absolutely guarantee that my clients are going to be thrilled, not satisfied. Why would I want them satisfied? That'd be like if someone came over and saw my print on their wall and that person, that friend, that neighbor said, "Oh my gosh, that's a beautiful photograph." And they respond saying, "Yeah, yeah, it was all right. It was good." Do you want your clients responding in a satisfactory way? No. Plan to thrill them. It doesn't happen by accident. It happens because you planned it. You made it happen. And you're working with people who are going to react positively to it. It's another reason to narrow down who you're working with, because then you will fill your schedule with people who love what you do. Follow up and stay in touch. After completing a project or providing a service, follow up with your clients to ensure their satisfaction. Ensure that they are thrilled and gather feedback. Stay in touch regularly through email, phone, social media, and keep them informed about your latest news and updates, the things that are going on in your business, the things that you're proud of. You're showing appreciation for the things that they're doing. They're going to want to do that for you too if you share it with them. So, develop a client feedback system. That's the action step for this one. Gather feedback on your services and use this feedback to improve your service and performance. We'll be talking about this specific thing next week. Put this on your calendar, where it's called boosting loyalty through client feedback. So add that to your calendar. That's next week at noon. And then I want you to give local. I want you to buy local. I want you to give local. When it comes to giving local, support nonprofit organizations, charities, clubs, and other local initiatives, and communicate your involvement with these organizations to your clients, demonstrating your commitment to making a positive impact in the community. So, the action step is to research and identify local organizations that align with yours and your clients' values and interests. Then develop partnerships or sponsorship opportunities with these organizations. There are many ways to support, including a one time donation, contributing a portion of your proceeds for an event that you're doing, or volunteering your time, volunteering your resources. Hope you're enjoying these. Here's another one: support your friends with small business. You may not even be aware how many of your friends own businesses. Now, they may have it may be a side gig, but they are doing something. They have some special talent, some art that they are creating. Maybe it's not really even a business, but still, it's something that you can support if you ask. They'll tell you. Ask them in person or ask them by social media post. Ask them what they do. All right, here's an action step. Post on your own social media pages, specifically asking friends with small businesses to effectively raise their hand and share their business, their talent, their art, whatever they want to share. Then engage with their posts, of course. Share what it is that they do and offer testimonials or recommendations for their services. Go give them a Google review. It's going to make an impact on them. Here's another action step. Add this information to your CRM. Add everything to your CRM. Of course, you're going to forget this stuff. Keep a separate list in addition to adding it to your CRM. Keep a separate list so you can reach out to them every once in a while or connect potential clients with them, because you're going to come across someone who says I need, and you're, oh, I know somebody. Because you wrote it down, you're going to be able to connect them. Next, by the way, if you're liking these things, will you type "this is great" in the comments? It didn't have to be those exact words, but I want to encourage you to make some comments. I'm about to close out this lesson today, and then I'll be telling you what the next three topics are, the next three classes. But I want you to put something in the comments that shows that you are hearing this and that you're receiving this and that you're going to be able to do something with it. Here are some closing thoughts for today. Making your clients feel like a rock star is all about creating positive and a memorable experience, an experience that exceeds their expectations and builds trust and loyalty. As I say to my coaching clients, a steady flow of little wows makes your clients loyal for life. A little wow today, like a handwritten letter received in the mail, would have been considered normal or minimal in a few decades ago. Today, it's rare and it sets you apart from your competition. By following these tips that I've just mentioned, you're creating a culture of client appreciation that will set you apart from your competitors and help you build a thriving and sustainable business. You must consistently deliver exceptional service, prioritize personalized experiences, and demonstrate the genuine care that you do already have for your clients. Combining these strategies and tailoring them to your clientele, you create an environment where your clients feel like rock stars. If you got something that you can use today, make a comment about it or just simply say, thank you. Your words of encouragement are what fuel me to continue to bring these valuable suggestions and elevate portrait photography businesses. As you know, every single Monday, I bring the Portrait Profit Show to you. Every single Monday. We don't miss. So here's a look at the next three shows. And let me bring those images up. The next one is boosting loyalty through client feedback. Building a loyal client base with the power of client feedback. Learn how to collect and analyze feedback and implement changes that will enhance client satisfaction and drive repeat business. So that's 1 week from today. That's May 29th at noon. And then 2 weeks from today, on June 5th, is Marketing Beast, a wild guide to portrait marketing. Unleash your creativity and bring some serious fun and excitement to your marketing game. Join me for an outrageous presentation that will take you so far outside of the box, you won't even remember that there was one. That's in 2 weeks on June 5th at noon. Add it to your calendar. And then 3 weeks from now, on the second Monday of each month, we move the Portrait Profit Show from noon to 6:30 in the evening. Now, that's to accommodate what we do. We have 3 panelists come on, and it's just easier to find 3 people to come visit us on Monday evenings than it is Monday at noon. So we move it to 6:30 in the evening. This particular one on June 12th at 6:30 in the evening is How I Get Clients. So following that wild guide to portrait marketing, we're going to have 3 tell you how they do it. Hear the ideas and perspective of 3 panelists who are going to share their secrets of how they get new clients. Put it on your calendar. I hope to see you. So, Portrait Profits friends, as we end another show, I hope the ideas and strategies that we've explored today have resonated with you. And I hope they've resonated with you on a personal level. Remember, at the heart of it all, the true essence of making clients feel like rock stars lies in genuinely caring about their well being and their prosperity. It's about going above and beyond to create moments that leave a lasting impact and embracing the joy of making them shine. I am confident that you will carry this passion and commitment forward, infusing every interaction with an authentic and caring spirit. Let your enthusiasm for serving your clients radiate through every interaction, every phone call, every email, every social media post. Embrace the opportunity to uplift and celebrate their victories, both big and small. Together, we get to create a world where every client feels cherished and supported and valued, cultivating connections rooted in empathy and understanding. By doing so, we not only foster our own success, but we also contribute to a culture of care and compassion that uplifts our entire industry. I want to thank you for caring enough to provide extraordinary services to your clients. May your journey be filled with joy, fulfillment, and endless opportunities to make your clients feel like the true rock stars that they are to you. For Landers Photography School and Digital Pro Lab, this is Jim Landers bringing you the weekly Portrait Profit Show, helping you excel in portrait photography business through valuable tips and insights, helping you stay on track towards the success that you deserve. Join us every Monday for evolving content as we unravel the mysteries of the business side of photography. Thank you for tuning in. And I look forward to seeing you on next week's Portrait Profit Show. I look forward to watching you grow. Bye for now.